monster rainfall at the airport officially measured only 1/2 an inch. How about that? Just a half inch. AMHQ is your travel headquarters. And coming up at 20 minutes past the hour, we're going to get a look at how weather could be impacting your commute as you head out the door. Jim, by the way, has got a good focus on the stormy south and Birmingham, Alabama, Jim. One of the places really getting heavy action this morning.
Yeah, big accident. University Boulevard is closed. I-65 is slow through Birmingham this morning. So it doesn't take much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take you off into Nashville this morning, where yesterday it got real hot. We set a record high. We got up in the upper 90s, and then boom, the storms blew up right over the metro area and absolutely crushed some of these areas with very, very heavy rainfall. So Nashville again today, expect some storms. Already getting started, though, in and around Birmingham. You can see that right in through there. This a much better chance at storms today across the south, okay? Heck, there's a better chance at even clouds building up, which is a good thing. GDOM telling me almost an inch of rain at Birmingham. So this is great rainfall for an area that's been very, very dry. Talladega looks like you're going to get a little bit of this, Anniston. And we'll see if this whole boundary kind of works its way over into the western suburbs of Atlanta a little bit later on. Certainly northwest Georgia, hoping for some rain in through here. This is an area that's been seeing rain all morning long. Bradley, Calhoun, Drew counties. It's not going to be too long before we start adding this area here back toward Texarkana. Look at this. Talk about lighting up like a Christmas tree. Talk about, think about cars on a train track, right? That's where you've got cars just rolling over the same tracks. Almost 1,700 lightning strikes in the last 15 minutes. So yeah, that is very, very heavy rain, probably the heaviest that's coming on down. So somewhere in here, the models are really keying in on a very heavy rainfall event. So in addition to what we already had, maybe another 3 to 5 inches, certainly very, very possible, and that means flash flooding, especially if it all comes down at once. So the next several days feature a chance at showers and thunderstorms. Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, as we've talked about. We add North Carolina, South Carolina into the mix. And Jen, as you know, by Thursday, we get the new drought monitor out. It won't take into effect the last 3 days of rainfall, so we'll see if the drought worsens or expands in spots, but this can't hurt. This is actually good news for the Deep South.
It's summertime, you know, unless you get stuck under inches and inches of rain. Any rain is actually good. You know, get a lot of evaporation going on when you get so much heat. All right, so Northeast, beautiful. I mean, look at this blue sky. This is Hartford. This is amazing. In fact, I could tell you that this was in the Northeast without even knowing what city it was because of how blue this sky is. Beautiful day today. The oldest public rose garden in the country is in Hartford. A great day to go visit and enjoy. We've got some breezy conditions, not as windy as yesterday. The low pulling on out, still bringing a couple of clouds to parts of New England, mainly northern Maine. They've been a little cloudy this morning for you up around Lake Champlain. But other than that, it has been phenomenal start to your day. Temperatures a little crisp out there, warming up already. You've already gained about 5 degrees from your morning lows this morning. And temperatures heading up into the low 80s in Philly, New York, and D.C. Pittsburgh, low to mid 80s. Your parade, I believe, is tomorrow to celebrate the Penguins' win into Pittsburgh. Buffalo, mid 70s today, and low humidity, low dew points, really going to be quite nice. Well, coming up, can your garden handle the heat? Mike Seidel is going to tell us how to keep those plants safe in the midst of the June sizzle.
Currently in our area, 70 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy with an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. High 94. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy, chance of a thunderstorm. Low 71. Chance of rain 30%. Wednesday, mainly sunny. High 101. Winds south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
More than 80 million Americans dealing with temperatures above 90 degrees. And not just a little above, a lot. More than a dozen cities saw record highs like Asheville, North Carolina. You think about going up to the mountains and escape the heat. Not yesterday. Asheville, 91 degrees. That tied a record set back in 1894. I mean, Jim, it's, you know, Asheville's beautiful. It's at 2,100 feet. You know, go to the mountains to escape the heat of the city.
Well, and you know what's interesting is it never ceases to amaze me when you go to the Biltmore Estate, which is up in Asheville. You walk in there and it's still cooler. And you know, there's no air conditioning.
They don't have air conditioning, do they?
No. So you walk in this beautiful.
I wonder what it was like yesterday, actually, with that kind of heat.
It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway,
more
record
coming.
heat potentially threatened today in some of these areas. Some of these records are old, like the Blountville, Tennessee, 1943, but certainly nothing like the 1800s.
Nashville also set an old record set back in the 1800s.
About 136 years old.
All right, so the heat underneath this ridge of high pressure, this is a story. You know, it gets to the 90s in June, right? You know, but certainly the warmest months of the year, you think about July, and you think about August.
You know, it's kind of interesting. May set us up for June, right?
Yes,
we had a very dry May.
Yeah.
So there's no soil moisture, and when the sun comes out, it can heat and also go into evaporation. There's not a lot to evaporate. There's a little bit, but not a lot like we could have had if we had normal May rainfall in the southeast.
You know, I think it's a reason why we're going to have a little bit lower temperatures today, still on the hot side, but there's going to be more moisture in the air. So when the sun comes down, heats the ground, some of that sun's energy goes into evaporating the moisture in the air, or tries to anyway.
And get ready for some heavy downpours because that atmosphere is going to release after days and days of heat. Atlanta today, high 92 degrees. So our convective temperature is actually a little lower. Awesome. Dew point 70 makes it feel like 98.
Look at Jacksonville, 105.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, forget it. I'm going to be, you know, you're close to the beach. Go to the water.
Yes.
Best advice I can give you.
All right, tomorrow you still got a lot of 90s out there, maybe upper 80s Atlanta. Just a better chance of showers.
That's what it is.
That's it.
That's the only. It's not an air mass change. 97 in the Queen City. Your best chance tomorrow and then Thursday.
All right, Reynolds, let's talk about dealing with this heat and our gardens.
Absolutely. You know, tough time for people, tough time for plants. You know, Atlanta's going to be headed for its 11th 90-degree day of the year. And that heat, as you might imagine, is causing problems for Atlanta and other cities across the South. Mike Seidel joins us from Marietta, a northern Atlanta suburb. Mike, yeah, this is certainly having its toll on people and plants.
Yes, it's hot and steamy already this morning out here at the Stovall Nursery in Marietta. And the drought has kicked in parts of the southeast, parts of the southern Appalachians. Here's the latest drought monitor. It gets updated every Thursday morning. I don't think we're going to see any changes because it cuts off at 8 o'clock this morning. But notice some areas of North Georgia and Alabama already in a stage 2, a D2, or a severe drought. Out here in the nursery, you can protect your plants and keep them from really sizzling. And we've got Hank Costello from Stovall Nursery. And what is the best way to keep those plants cooler in the summer without throwing an air conditioner out in the front yard?
You want to have a thick layer of mulch or pine straw, and that will keep your roots cool in the summer and warm in the winter.
And it also holds in the moisture.
Absolutely.
So even if we're not in a drought and we get typical rainfall, that rainfall goes a lot farther.
That's right, and you can probably dial back on your irrigation if you need to.
Yeah, well, we've got some of the mulch here. This is the black mulch. Now, is there any advantage to using black, red, or is this the ornamental colors?
It is. It's just a matter of taste. If you like red, black have become into favor. Natural colors. Mini nuggets of pine, mini nuggets, all of those things will do the trick.
And what's something you shouldn't put around your plants? I've seen in my neighborhood, a lady has white rocks.
Rocks is probably not going to keep your roots cool in summer.
It's going to start to bake them.
Exactly.
As far as the forecast goes here in Atlanta, we're going to get a break from the heat. Today, not quite as hot as Jim mentioned. Pretty good chance of thunderstorms this afternoon and this evening into Wednesday, into Thursday. And with more clouds and less sun, less insulation, Reynolds, we're not going to get to 97, which we hit yesterday, which is the hottest day so far this summer. So a little bit of relief on the way here in the southeast for the dry folks who need the water.
Absolutely.
Reynolds.
All right, Mike, good to know. Now, is the weather to cooperate with maybe going outdoors and doing some gardening for the weekend? For that, let's turn over to Jen.
And, you know, I asked our resident in-house expert, Cantori, about using seashells as a mulch, because you see that at the beach right here. And, you know, he said the rain. You get daily rain, and you get that at the beach often, don't you? Today, we'll see that chance along the Gulf Coast. Tomorrow, we're going to watch right along the Atlantic coast. Thunderstorms are possibilities, severe weather areas in red. And then by Thursday, we're going to see what happens with that low, where it goes along the coast, where it goes off the coast. And it's going to be a story for the end of the week. A bit of a cool down this weekend for parts of the Northeast and the Southeast. That 87 on Saturday in Atlanta is going to be more comfortable because dew points are going to be down a bit, all the while heating up from the plains to the west. Jim?
All right, guys, do you have a basement to hide in if there's a tornado in your neighborhood? Coming up, a look at the safest place in your home in a way that only the Weather Channel can show you. You are going to like this. Stick around.
Goodbye, icky sunscreen. Hello, new Copper Tone Sport. It's reformulated to feel lighter on your skin, but still protects and stays on strong. New Copper Tone Sport. Hello, sunshine.
Brought to you by Coppertone Sunscreen.
Pain from your day can haunt you at night. Don't let it. Advil PM gives you the healing sleep you need, helping you fall asleep and stay asleep so your body can heal as you rest. Advil PM for a healing night's sleep.
Beyond has a natural grain-free pet food committed to truth on the label. When we say real meat is the first ingredient, it is number one. And we leave out corn, wheat, and soy. For your pet, we go beyond.
Introducing Clear Eyes Pure Relief. Preservative-free drops, kept sterile by a built-in purifying filter. Because what stays out of here, stays out of here. Clear Eyes. Pure relief goes in and nothing else.
You both have a perfect driving record.
Perfect.
No tickets, no accidents.
That is until one of you clips a food truck, ruining your perfect record.
Yeah.
Now, you would think your insurance company would cut you some slack, right?
No, your insurance rates go through the roof. Your perfect record doesn't get you anything.
Anything.
Perfect.
For drivers with accident forgiveness, Liberty Mutual won't raise your rates due to your first accident. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. If you are struggling to afford the medical costs not covered by Medicare, you can now call the Medicare Coverage Helpline. The Medicare Coverage Helpline can find out if you qualify for a Medicare supplement or other benefits like dental or vision coverage. Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline now and get what you're entitled to. Call now. It's free.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Even with your Medicare coverage, the cost for copays, deductibles, and other benefits like eyeglasses and dental work can cost you a lot of money. Don't spend money you don't have to spend. So many people don't get what they're entitled to because they just don't call. Take my advice. Call now. It's free.
Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline and get the MedSup and dental coverage you may be entitled to. Don't delay. Call now so the next time you're asked for a copay or have to pay for other benefits yourself, like eyeglasses and dental visits, it now may be covered. Call now. It's free. 800-379-0894. That's 800-379-0894. Call now.
Their trip of a lifetime became a fight to make it home alive.
The weather was hell on earth. I knew that we were in trouble.
Go, go, go! Extreme Weather, The Survivors. Sunday nights at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Stay tuned for your local on the 8s, brought to you by the U.S. Army. Find out if you'd make the cut at goarmy.com/team.
When the soldiers in the movie rise up, when they adapt to a new threat facing the world, when they find a way to win no matter what, remember where Hollywood gets that from. The U.S. Army has been defending American independence for more than 241 years. Go to goarmy.com/independence to learn how you can join their ranks. Independence Day Resurgence in theaters June 24th.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy with an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. High 94. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy, chance of a thunderstorm. Low 71. Chance of rain 30%. Wednesday, mainly sunny. High 101. Winds south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome back. 20 minutes past the hour, so time to check travel conditions for you. Airports looking good for now. No delays yet.
Absolutely, but without delay, we've had some showers that have been forming up across parts of the landscape. Gulf Coast was affected yesterday. That's certainly the case now. And Jen, look how you can see the reflection along parts of I-10 right now in New Orleans.
You can actually see in the distance, right? Visibility has dropped off. We can't see quite as much. We've got a little bit of rain out there that's scooted on through. A little bit of fog, actually, I think, too.
Absolutely. All the way down from Venice to Grand Isle, it's a rain story. Biloxi, you have a touch of it just off the casinos. But look at this up in Greenville. Heavy rain and, again, the flooding that Jim was talking about earlier this morning.
All right, so Bearden, Hampton, and Warren under a flash flood warning until 9:15. This is the area that we've been tracking all morning long. The rain has been very persistent here. No doubt there's probably some flash flooding ensuing, so
no question.
Extremely careful.
I bet you we get a new warning for that stuff west of El Dorado. Look at that. I mean, that's really heavy.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
That's really heavy, so we got to watch out for that. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that update, certainly on travel spots that are troublesome for you this morning. What about if you had a tornado that was spotted, or you indicated, or you had your weather radar just said, hey, you got a tornado warning for your neighborhood? Where would you seek shelter? I recently had a chance to explore the safest places in your home with our friends at State Farm. I'm here with State Farm Technology Research Director Chris Mullen, and we're going to put a scenario together for you where a single family home, no basement, no storm shelter, where is the safest place to be for you and your family? All right, so here comes this tornado into the subdivision, Chris. Winds 50, 60, 70 miles per hour, and people don't realize the force of the wind. First of all, you've got a 16 by 7 foot garage door that's going to probably sustain about 1,300 pounds of pressure.
That's right.
Just with that wind at 70 miles per hour.
Exactly. What a vulnerable location. It's vulnerable because of the lightweight material.
Shingles are failing, gutters are going. Here goes the garage.
Right. A wide expanse, easy to lift, so this could sustain catastrophic damage. You do not want to be here in a tornado.
No place you want to be. All right, so we know this is going to be a particularly strong tornado because we're putting the scenario together. Maybe EF3 strength, 150 miles per hour. Windows, no place to be anywhere near those windows because they're going to fail.
They'll go. They're made of glass. They're very easy to break. They'll go.
All right, so let's pause the tornado for a second, take down the house, look into the interior. Chris, tell us where we need to be to at least give ourselves a chance here.
Give you a better chance. Get inside of the interior room of the house. You want to put as many walls between you and that storm
as possible. So this could be a bathroom, closet, pantry?
Something without windows, right. Get yourself in there, get under a sturdy piece of furniture, give yourself a better chance.
Bring some shoes, too, because you got to walk out of this.
Absolutely.
Right?
Bring some shoes. So windborne debris can be picked up, even though the wind speeds are fast. Windborne debris is slower, but there goes a 2x4. Easy to pick up.
Another reason not to
right
be
through the house.
Anywhere in the exterior room.
Exactly.
All right, so house is back together at a 150, partially leafed out, even fully leafed out tree canopy. It's more than likely going to fail.
Easy to come down. Yeah, 50-foot tree weighs 2,000 pounds. That's as much as a car, right? So that'll slice right through your roof. So what you're going to want to do before a storm season starts is get a professional to evaluate those trees, take down dead limbs, take down the canopy a bit so it won't catch as much wind, and then put your safe plan together and practice it with your family. That way you'll be ready.
Make sure everybody knows, grab the cell phone, last minute,
grab
shoes,
everything you need, right.
Get yourself out of harm's way. Thanks, Chris. We appreciate that. Guys, as you've seen here, once a tornado arrives, there's really nothing you can do to stop it. But getting your family as ready as possible can go a long way to help life go right when severe weather hits home. All right, guys, even though our Torcon's only about 4 today in southwest Minnesota, northwest Iowa, all it takes is 1. Make sure you have a plan and we'll know where you're going to go to keep your family safe. All right, let's take a look at the weekend. More severe storms, I'm sure, in the forecast here, Reynolds.
Yeah, it sure looks that way. And busy times. And you know, kind of a tranquil moment, though, Jim, right here in St. Joseph, Michigan. It looks good. 65? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Very, very still for the time being. Hey, guys, by the way, if you're going to be going out there, we're expecting highs to go into the low 80s today. And the beaches may look a little bit smaller than usual. There's a reason for that. That's because the water levels at Lake Michigan are actually higher than they've been in nearly 2 decades, which means that the narrower beaches along the shore mean deeper channels for the boats. All right, so let's navigate our way through this forecast. From Minneapolis to Chicago to Cleveland, Indianapolis, all those spots with clouds. Kansas City, plenty of sunshine with 75 degrees. We're going to see these temperatures warm up as we can expect hour by hour. Some of these places a little bit above normal. Other places it's going to feel well above normal. And then you bring in the humidity and it's going to be just sweltering. Detroit. June sizzles to the storms. Guys, look at this. We're going to go for the clouds with a better chance of thunder boomers beginning both Wednesday and Thursday. A little bit of everything, sun, clouds, and storms possibly firing up by midday in the afternoon. And Cleveland, we start off with, let's see, a sun and cloud of action for you on Tuesday, but more storms, more volatility in your atmosphere as you get into both Wednesday and Thursday. Chance of those boomers. All right, folks, the beautiful waters of Florida, a beautiful, busy place these days, but divers aren't there for fun. Stick around. AMHQ will tell you about their very important work. Stick around.
The Lab is brought to you by State Farm. There for when things go wrong, but also here to help life go right.
What if one day everything just stopped going wrong? No more accidents. No more disasters. Where would State Farm be? Here to help with college. Here for that first car. And here for new beginnings. Because in a world where nothing went wrong, your State Farm agent will still be right here. Helping make life go completely right.
This just got interesting. So why pause to take a pill? And why stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is the only daily tablet approved to treat erectile dysfunction, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right. Plus, Cialis treats the frustrating urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adepis for pulmonary hypertension, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use. Insurance coverage has expanded nationally, and you may now be covered. Contact your health plan for the latest information.
This summer, they're coming back. The fight for Earth begins with the Jeep Grand vehicle. And with trail-rated 4x4 capability, nothing can stand in the way of freedom. Live without boundaries in an all-new 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk. Available this fall. And witness the battle for Earth in Independence Day Resurgence in theaters June 24th.
I got one!
This is your first fish. Cabela's Father's Day sale. Give Dad the perfect gift. Cabela's Tourney Trail Rods. Now 40% off. Shop in-store and online at Cabela's.com. Cabela's Father's Day sale. Give Dad the perfect gift. Merrill Reflex Hikers and Mocks. Now $30 off. Shop in-store and online at Cabela's.com.
One dark, stormy night, we got a new family member. And she got a nutritious meal of Purina Cat Chow Complete with the 4 cornerstones of nutrition, including high-quality protein. Now, our family is complete. Purina Cat Chow Complete.
Think fixing your windshield is a big hassle? Not with SafeLight. This family needed their windshield replaced, but their daughter's heart was set on going to the zoo. So we said, if you need SafeLight to come to the zoo, we'll come to the zoo. Oh, yeah, we can fix that. Only SafeLight can fix your windshield anywhere in the U.S. with our exclusive mobile glass shops and our one-of-a-kind True Seal technology for a reliable bond.
Thanks so much.
Service that fits your schedule. That's another SafeLight advantage.
SafeLight repair, SafeLight replace.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy with an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. High 94. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy, chance of a thunderstorm. Low 71. Chance of rain 30%. Wednesday, mainly sunny. High 101. Winds south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
30 past the hour, time to get the Legos out, get the planes in the air. We got things to do here this morning. And, of course, we're going to start off by talking about the big heat across the south, 90, 100-degree heat, but a better chance at showers and thunderstorms to cool you off in the south over the next several days. Nashville, your big days tomorrow. All right, storms this morning kind of rolling through the Sioux. Will that set up a severe threat today for Iowa and Missouri? Yes, it will, and we'll talk about that. Over into the south, though, all sorts of needed rainfall, especially for the southern Appalachians, because we are in deep drought. We haven't had rain all week, and it's going to get hot again, we know, next week. But not only is it going to rain, Jen, but it's also going to cool down temperature-wise
for once,
in the south.
That east wind is going to be a good thing. Every once in a while, there are exceptions to the rule.
Are we recording this?
Right.
Okay.
Every once in a while here for 2 days. 2 days only. All right, so that's coming up later this weekend, though. For now, we still have the heat. We've got 80 million people with temperatures over 90 degrees.
All right, so on top of the heat, we actually have storms that are going to build today. Our Torcon values are as high as 4. We'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment. But yesterday in Denver, you got whacked at the beginning of all this.
Yes, we did. Those storm clouds started building early in the afternoon, and this happened. This is from the 16th Street Mall in Denver. Look at this. I mean, the winds at times were over 50 miles per hour at the airport. I think they were higher in other parts of the city. And this crane was able to take the wind, but it was wobbling. I mean, you see the rain coming in sheets. No doubt, you know, the winds were up there maybe over 50, 60 miles per hour. 0.63 was how much rain was recorded at the airport. And we're going to have storms like this potentially in the plains and Midwest today, Jim.
I would like to have one of those pop up and be up in that crane. That would not be a good thing.
No.
All right, let's talk about what we got going on in terms of the storms. And it's kind of interesting because we have to see what's happening this morning and factor that into what may happen this afternoon. In other words, if I've got a line of storms coming through Sioux Falls and Omaha and Lincoln, does this kind of wash this area out from severe weather, even though our best chances of low-level easterly flow comes into Iowa today? So even though our tornado parameters are there, are all the parameters there for severe weather? And so that's the question we're going to try and answer. It's kind of interesting because I almost think with what we got going on this morning, we're going to take a little piece of the severe weather out of it. I think certainly a strong storm is possible in through here, but maybe instead of a Torcon 4, we focus more on south central and southwestern Iowa, where the Torcon is about a 3 today. So it's not as good in terms of the inflow or the southeast wind, but I still think, you know, a little bit more sunshine and instability is going to be our friend today. Watching Arkansas with great concern this morning because of not only the flooding that we've had in these flash flood warned areas, but also some of these new storms that have developed near El Dorado and points to the west. I mean, look at this. Here are the instantaneous rainfall rates near Hope, about 2.74 inches per hour. So we haven't seen a flash flood warning come out of through here yet, but I'll tell you right now, this continues for another hour or so, and we'll definitely get one. Some of the computer models, Jen, actually cranked out this morning about 8 to 12 inches.
I saw
Even
that.
a third of that is heavy, heavy rain.
Yeah, I saw that and I thought it was a mistake. And then all of a sudden you look at the radar and you're like, oh, you can see how that would happen. You know, we take a look at the weather for you in places like Charlotte, Raleigh, the whole Triangle area. It's going to be a hot one today. North Carolina, you'll see that into Georgia, Tennessee, parts of Alabama as well. So the sun came up at 6:08 here, our earliest sunrise of the year. You can see there's still a bit of a pinkish hue out there this morning, but overall a lot of haze, and it's going to be a hot, hazy, warm, humid day in Charlotte and everywhere else in the south and east. Temperatures actually build back again, even more so in Texas and the southwest, and you'll see that ridge. It sort of takes an angle right through the Midwest. Later this week, get ready for the heat to be back into Detroit and Chicago and Des Moines. You're all going to feel it. Today, we've got 88 in Lynchburg, 93 in Charlotte. We're going to keep temperatures either in the upper 80s or low 90s today, tomorrow, simply because we got a chance of getting some rain out there. So there'll be more clouds. There'll be those thunderstorms in the afternoon. But look at Thursday in Charlotte. We're right back to 97. Nashville, we are at 99 degrees. This after we set a record high temperature yesterday. And we're going to have another chance to do that later this week. The difference is our dew points are up even more than they were earlier this week. So now the heat index is going to be a factor, as you get that feels like to be up above, well above the temperature actually by several degrees. So dew points are up right through the end of the week. You can see Wednesday into Thursday, dew points in the 70s in the south. That is uncomfortable. That is humid, that is sticky, and you will certainly feel it out there when you factor both the temperature and the dew point. All right, Reynolds, let's go coast to coast and see what else is happening.
Okay, we do have plenty of weather headlines for you, including this one, folks. Time-lapse images show flooding in the Arkansas Ozarks. Look at this. Isolated areas of southern Arkansas and northern Louisiana could see 5, even 10-inch downpours just today. Bands of heavy rain are draped across the southern quarter of Arkansas at this hour. Meanwhile, divers off the Florida Keys are using a revolutionary new technique to restore coral reefs. Isn't that cool? The group's planted 200 living coral fragments on Monday, and over the next year or so, the golf ball-sized pieces should actually fuse to form a coral head at about the size of a dinner plate or so. And the restoration program hopes to plant more than 5,000 corals by the end of July. That is incredible. All right, folks, coming up, we're going to show you how to use your snap judgment because tomorrow is Nature Photography Day. Stick around. We've got a great photographer in studio.
Hey, Troy. Hello. So, thanks for testing our new car service today.
Oh, no problem.
This is the nicest ride-sharing service I've ever been in.
I'm so comfortable. I could take a nap right now.
So, our rates are a little bit different.
Okay.
We charge by the amount of gas consumed.
Oh.
Since we traveled 4.43 miles, and this Chevy Malibu offers an EPA estimated 47 miles per gallon city, your total is 20 cents.
No way. I can afford that.
23 cents.
Do you have a quarter?
The all-new 2016 Chevy Malibu Hybrid.
It's just so smart.
If time is infinite, why is there never enough of it? A John Deere One Family tractor with Quick Park lets you attach and go. iMatch Quick Hitch gives you more time for what you love. So it takes less work to do more work. Auto Connect Drive Over Mower Deck? Done. They're not making any more land, but there's plenty of time if you know where to look. All John Deere compact tractors come with an industry-best 6-year no-cost powertrain warranty.
1 year ago today, Mom started searching for her words, and my brother Ray and I started searching for answers.
When it's time to navigate in-home care, follow that Bright Star. Because Bright Star Care earns the same accreditation as the best hospitals. And Bright Star Care means an RN will customize a plan that evolves with Mom's changing needs.
Because Dad made us promise we'd keep Mom at home.
Call 844-4BRIGHT STAR for your free home care planning guide.
If you're a man, then you can't afford to miss this announcement. Because by age 50, half of us are already living with an enlarged prostate. And that can mean urinating more often, waking up at night for bathroom trips, pain or dribbling during urination, or problems with intimacy. When you call the number on your screen, you'll get a free bottle of Super Beta Prostate, America's #1 formula for prostate support. For you, this means less urges to urinate, more sleep with less interruptions, easier bladder emptying, and a healthier romantic life, guaranteed. You can't avoid that half of men over 50 already have a prostate problem. But you can reduce these problems by calling for your free bottle of Super Beta Prostate.
Call right now to get your free bottle of Super Beta Prostate while it's still free. Call 1-800-246-7996. That's 1-800-246-7996 or visit superbeta.com. That's 1-800-246-7996.
So done with laundry.
We deserve a vacation. The sun, the sand, the little umbrellas in our drinks.
Sounds expensive.
Sounds heavenly.
You two are getting along now?
If we book on Allegiant.com,
we can get a great deal on everything.
I'm so glad we found a deal you could both agree on.
I found the deal.
No, it was my idea.
No, it was mine.
Listen to your wallet and visit Allegiant.com now.
If you're a homeowner, you need to know about Home Advisor. It's a totally free service that connects you with top-rated home pros. You can even compare prices and book an appointment right online. So start your next project at homeadvisor.com.
Tidy Cats has a litter for you. One that's lightweight. Attacking odors cat lovers hate. And with Glade freshness that smells just great. Every home, every cat. There's a Tidy Cats for that.
I'm totally a summer person. I love warm weather. I love sunshine. I love the beach. I love the pool. I love being outside. I love barbecues. I love everything about summer.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy with an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. High 94. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy, chance of a thunderstorm. Low 71. Chance of rain 30%. Wednesday, mainly sunny. High 101. Winds south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
And welcome back to AMHQ. One last look at travel for you here on AMHQ. Interstates in the middle of the country in 70 and 65 are two that we will watch in the coming days for storms. Looking good this morning. You can see roads are dry. The sun actually out. You have that sun glare is an issue really for your travel this morning. Couple of showers are north of town, Indianapolis. Taking a look at the radar, you can see 74. You'll run into some rain. If you're north of Indy, a couple of showers. There has been some lightning and thunder out there, and nothing's moving terribly fast, so you could get into some heavy downpours. Otherwise, looking good this morning. Let's figure out how we can take some good pictures with Jim and Reynolds.
All right, Jen, it's amazing out there. When you see the world at its beauty, you just want to take a picture, right?
Absolutely.
But sometimes what you're seeing doesn't always translate to your photos.
You know, it's funny you bring this up because tomorrow's actually World Nature Photography Day, and we want you to celebrate by using a camera, your phone, to take pictures of the world. And we have some tips to help you take the best photos. We've got professional nature photographer Eric Bowles with us in the studio. And Eric, it seems like the most popular things that people like to take are sunrises and sunsets. Do you have any advice on how to master those?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's everyone loves a sunrise and sunset because of the great color, and it's an experience just being out there. But the trick is,
look at that.
The trick is that most professional photographers don't include the sun in a photo. And so you shoot it off to the side, you get the reflection, you shoot the light bouncing off the clouds, you shoot it bouncing off the rock. The sun is incidental to the photo. And so in most of the shots you're going to see here, we don't have the sun actually visible in the shot.
So the clouds in front of the sun are your friend.
Exactly.
All right, but the sun isn't always your friend on a perfectly clear day, is it?
No, was telling you earlier that I've actually packed up and gone home from the Smoky Mountains just because it was a clear sunny day and no clouds in the sky. I'm done. I don't have the light that I need to be able to get the shot. I'll take an overcast day. I'll take a light, cloudy day. I'll take storms in the afternoon, but don't give me clear sunny.
Man.
How many years have you been doing this?
Since I was a kid.
Okay, since you were a kid, you think about how technology has changed in so many ways. We've gone from film to digital, and now we're at a stage where every person, all of you tuning in, everyone has a camera with their phone. Any advice on the smartphone cameras?
Yeah, I used a smartphone camera for a photo just within the last few days. Had a great sunset downtown. I was headed to the airport, literally pulled over. Here's the shot now. Literally pulled over on the side and took this picture with my smartphone.
How much is too much doctoring?
That's a good question.
Yeah, you don't want too much doctoring. You want it to look like you did.
But it's like I want people to see what I saw.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll look at videos going to
The biggest mistake I see in photos, particularly with editing, is people saturate it too much or sharpen it too much. Overdoing it, it's obvious, you've overdone it. Let the picture speak. Don't get in the way of it.
Is there a smartphone that takes a better picture than another one?
I mean, most of them take good pictures.
I mean,
right
they'll
now.
have 10 megapixels or better, right?
Most of the phones are good. 10 pixels is plenty. You're posting it on the internet or sharing it with your friends, so you don't need super high resolution. Right. But there are some apps for phones that are good to help in editing those. Things like Snapseed, and there are a number of other apps that are out there. They're really quite good.
Okay, right before we depart, any other last bit of advice you have for would-be photographers?
Big thing with sunrise and sunset is the best photos are before sunrise and after sunset. 20 minutes before, 20 minutes after. After that fireball drops, gets below the horizon, you've got 20 more minutes to stay there.
Eric
Stay there and work.
That's awesome. Does not like a perfectly sunny day. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving us some great tips.
Thank you.
Guys, now you know the best way to take your pictures, and we want to see them. Send them to us at Facebook and Twitter on AMHQ.
Absolutely. I guess we send it back to Jen, don't we?
Let's do that.
All right.
Jen, what's the weekend look like?
And tomorrow's Nature Photography Day, I believe, and so great timing, right? We got you covered with the pictures, and I love that 20-minute rule before and after sunrise and sunset. It gives you some extra time. All right, so, sunrises actually have been phenomenal lately. The next couple of days will be, I think, some clouds out there to help your sunset look good as well. Clouds leading to thunderstorms will be another issue, though, and we'll see that tracking east on Thursday right through the Midwest and Ohio Valley, getting into the southeast as well. Look at the Friday forecast. You can see that we do have a front tracking east, and it will bring some showers and possible storms. All right, so taking a look here at Friday, we've got the Mid-Atlantic to keep an eye on. It's going to be warm. It's going to be humid across a lot of the east. It's going to be hot across Texas, the southwest, really heating up getting into the weekend, and that remains a big story into next week. The northwest, I should mention, by the way, we've got this big upper-level low spinning around. That keeps us cooler and unsettled for several days. But look at the southeast and look at the northeast. We've got two really nice days coming up for Father's Day weekend. If your picnic is Saturday and then you're having, lunch outside on Sunday, looks great with milder weather, cooler temperatures, and lower humidity. Coming up, two furry friends trying to beat the heat, really causing quite a splash. We're going to dive into this video when we get back after the break. Phoenix, we've been talking about your heat. Here we go. Get ready. Today is not the day, actually, but later this week and this weekend and next week, we get well above the century mark. In fact, we're going to come awfully close to 120 degrees. The record in Phoenix, the all-time record, is 122. Could we get there? We'll see. We'll see. It doesn't look like it, but we'll see. There is certainly potential out here for some really tough heat to deal with in the West. We'll talk more about this.
The following memories are brought to you by Prevagen. Your memories make you who you are, and now your ability to recall short-term details could actually improve with age. The breakthrough in Prevagen helps your brain, allowing you to stay as sharp as possible, because you've got a lot of great memories to make. Powered by an ingredient originally discovered in jellyfish, Prevagen is clinically shown to improve short-term memory. Prevagen, the name to remember.
Beyond has a natural grain-free pet food committed to truth on the label. When we say real meat is the first ingredient, it is #1. And we leave out corn, wheat, and soy. For your pet, we go beyond.
When it comes to quitting cigarettes, why does it feel like all or nothing? Would you expect me to lose 25 pounds overnight? I'm taking it one cigarette at a time. That's how Sonic helps me quit.
Sonic Nicotine Gum. Every victory counts.
You ever feel like you're spinning? Like you're stuck in the same place in life? Just going round and round and round? Yeah, man. Been there. No, actually spinning.
Oh, we can fix that by going to Midas. They have a great selection of tires. Sorry, Doug. I thought you were trying to get deep.
Get up to $70 back on 4 select Michelin, Goodyear, or Cooper tires. And up to an additional $70 back with a Midas credit card. Make an appointment today at Midas.com.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. If you are struggling to afford the medical costs not covered by Medicare, you can now call the Medicare Coverage Helpline. The Medicare Coverage Helpline can find out if you qualify for a Medicare supplement or other benefits like dental or vision coverage. Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline now and get what you're entitled to. Call now. It's free.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Buchwald. Even with your Medicare coverage, the cost for copays, deductibles, and other benefits like eyeglasses and dental work can cost you a lot of money. Don't spend money you don't have to spend. So many people don't get what they're entitled to because they just don't call. Take my advice. Call now. It's free.
Call the Medicare Coverage Helpline and get the MedSup and dental coverage you may be entitled to. Don't delay. Call now so the next time you're asked for a copay or have to pay for other benefits yourself, like eyeglasses and dental visits, it now may be covered. Call now. It's free. 800-379-0894. That's 800-379-0894. Call now.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Jim.
What's going on?
I was just looking for a movie on Xfinity X1. Show me movies about weather.
Sweet. How the heck did you do that?
It's the new X1 voice remote from Xfinity. You just say it and then you see it.
Here, let me try this. Show me the Weather Channel.
They're in for a lot of rain. For more on this, let's go to Jim Cantori in the lab. Jim?
Show me in the lab.
That's not how it works. Keep up with the weather and so much more with Xfinity X1.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy with an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. High 94. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy, chance of a thunderstorm. Low 71. Chance of rain 30%. Wednesday, mainly sunny. High 101. Winds south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Tonight on 23.5 Degrees with Sam Champion, a conversation that's out of this world. Lead engineer for the Mars rover mission, Adam Stelzner, tells Sam what signs of life they are looking for on Mars.
If we do find life present on Mars, it will undoubtedly not run away from us. It will look like pond scum, as it were. It'd be some sort of microbial life. We might find evidence of past microbial life. One of the very interesting things about Mars is that it dried out just about the time, just a little after the time that life began here on Earth.
Wow. And you can catch that amazing show at 23.5. Catch it at, let's see, tonight at 11 p.m. Good stuff.
All right, so we're going to take a look at what else we are looking for here on Earth. Plenty of storms to go around. Jim Cantore standing by with that, and a look at the pattern change coming for the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the pattern change, especially, and there's two, when it changes in one place, it's going to change in the other here, right? So think about what happens when you hold a balloon in your hand, you squeeze one end of it, it shrinks, the other end kind of expands a little bit. That's what's going to happen in the west, all right? So the pattern now, pretty cold trough coming into the west. As a matter of fact, they have snow advisories out for our friends up there in Mount Rainier. So pretty wild weather. You can see the snow coming in, the Cascades. Here's something we haven't seen in a while, right? So Mount Washington is like, hey, look at us. We're getting all the snow. Oh, they're getting out here in the Cascades as well. Nice shot at the speckled nature of the clouds, showing you a nice shot of the instability in through here. This thing comes up and heads right up into Canada. Okay, it is not going to be digging, if you will, into the southwest. But watch the changes just right in here. Watch what happens with the pattern here. So today, the disturbance coming over the top of the ridge gets a little help from the northern branch and drives a cold front all the way through the south. Not only is it going to cool off on your thermometer in Atlanta, in Charlotte, in Columbia, in Nash Vegas, but you're also going to feel the air drying out a little bit. So it's a drier air mass that's actually coming down, which is kind of nice. But look at what happens. That big ridge starts to build into the southwest. So Southern California, some big changes coming in through here, some big heat coming for SoCal. The Inland Empire is going to get absolutely crushed with heat come Monday. So Friday, the European and the GFS still haven't figured out what they want to do in the east yet as this pattern changes. So the GFS says, well, my low is going to come out here and then get shoved to the west because the ridge is going to build to the north. So the steering changes, and it changes direction and pushes it back toward the coast. I don't think this is going to be anything of a tropical nature to worry about. I don't at all. The European says, well, my ridge is a lot farther north. So my entity, which is sitting off the Carolinas, is going to sit here, fester a little bit, and then I'm going to shove it back west. And then, well, wait a minute, there's a cold front coming, and then I'll pick it up and take it away. So either way, I think you're golden this weekend in the northeast. I do. All right? The southeast, maybe not. All right, see how much of that kind of gets shoved back in toward the west. Both entities may be right because the whole thing may stay offshore. It just depends on where it stays offshore. So much, much cooler air, much drier air coming into the eastern part of the country after a few days here of showers and storms. Very hot weather across the southwest. We are talking about heat advisories that are already out. This will go through the weekend. It will go into early next week, and we will probably see Los Angeles and San Diego in this. The kind of air that's sitting over Southern California this weekend is going to be incredible. So here's Sunday, LA 93, 82 at San Diego. Inland, very, very hot. On into Monday, even warmer than that. Of course, Jen, You just look across the country on Sunday, and there's some pretty big changes. There's a 60-degree spread between Phoenix and Mount Washington.
I mean, where it goes up, it must go down, right? A big picture today includes, of course, more thunderstorms out there and a lot of heat. You know, taking a look at temperatures widespread, we got a lot of folks, again, feeling the 90s, even the triple-digit heat, and it feels like will be even worse. Thunderstorms already out there this morning. In fact, a big cluster of storms in Arkansas, I think, is causing en route delays to Dallas, or maybe leaving Dallas, departure delays right now at both airports, running about 15 to 20 minutes.
All right, keeping an eye on southwestern Minnesota, it looks like that area is actually starting to clear out a little bit.
Okay.
So now
well,
the best photographs, or the spin, is up there. Could be a tornado up in there today. Watch out.
Right.
Okay, gotta watch it.
Let's take a look out there at some folks cooling off. I guess you can call raccoons folks, right?
Look at this.
Sweet little guys.
My goodness.
This is Waylon and Willie, pet raccoons from Orange Park, Florida, beating the heat.
It's National Bourbon Day.
Better apply the SPF.
SC Johnson, a family company.
When? When did we stop valuing things that get better over time? When did disposable become our default? At LL Bean, we didn't stop. And we never will. Our products are made for a reason. Products that perform off-trail, on-trail, in the backcountry, or just out back. Because nature never disappoints, and neither do we.
This summer, they're coming back. The fight for Earth begins with the Jeep Grand vehicle. And with trail-rated 4x4 capability, nothing can stand in the way of freedom. Live without boundaries in an all-new 2017 Jeep Grand Cherokee Trailhawk. Available this fall. And witness the battle for Earth in Independence Day Resurgence in theaters June 24th.
Want to drink more water? With SodaStream, you turn plain water into sparkling water in seconds. And because it's so delicious, you'll drink 43% more water every day. SodaStream. Love your water.
One of life's greatest pleasures is a home-cooked meal. So I'm really excited to be teaming up with HelloFresh. We're making it even easier to cook great meals from scratch. Beautiful. Now you can get my recipes and the exact ingredients that you need to cook them delivered in a chilled box direct to your door. We've done all the hard work for you. Now you've got the fun part. Order online at hellofresh.com today and get cooking.
Introducing the most advanced high-performance sports sock from Copperfit. Cushion footbed for impact support. Compression arch for custom fit and maximum performance. Copper-infused wicking fabric for ultimate anti-odor protection. Reinforced heel and toe for tough durability. Dig, grind, fly. The most comfortable performance sock you will ever wear from Copperfit. Available now at these fine stores.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you. I know, right? I saw it and I was just like, oh, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
Suede. Love suede.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these.
Well, I love it. This piece is so you.
I know, right? I saw it and I was like, I have to have it.
Is it suede?
It's suede.
I love suede.
That's why we're there with renter's insurance when things go wrong, but also here with a rewards credit card to help life go right. State Farm.
One dark, stormy night, we got a new family member. And she got a nutritious meal of Purina Cat Chow Complete with the 4 cornerstones of nutrition, including high-quality protein. Now, our family is complete. Purina Cat Chow Complete.
Are we ready?
Start your free trial at Amazon.com/stream today.
I really like the thunderstorms that come in the summer and just the energy of them and that, you know, that crack of lightning. I actually love that.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Today, partly cloudy with an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. High 94. Chance of rain 40%. Tonight, partly cloudy, chance of a thunderstorm. Low 71. Chance of rain 30%. Wednesday, mainly sunny. High 101. Winds south at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm meteorologist Bonnie Schneider. Well, we are tracking extreme heat and the risk for severe weather. In fact, 8 million people face the threat for severe weather today, and that number will ramp up to 49 million people tomorrow. Let's get right to it. We want to talk about some of the flooding that we've seen in places like Red Rock, where we've had quite a bit of flooding there in the Colorado area, really damaging plenty of areas into the concert. Let's go ahead and talk about that with Rhett Wolf, our meteorologist. He has more details.
Two tornadoes tried to strong-arm Colorado. This one along the I-25 corridor near the border with New Mexico. Watch as the twister does a rapid disappearing act, gone before it could cause harm. Vigorous thunderstorms rolling out of the Colorado mountains and foothills. 1 minute, an ordinary rain. The next, a blinding cloudbuster. Many spots along I-70 scoring 1 to 3 inches of rain. 50 hail reports coming into the National Weather Service in Denver. Probably the biggest impact on Denver, though, damaging winds. Gusts ripping along at 60 to 70 miles an hour. Enough muscle to bully this crane in downtown Denver. Thunderstorms still dropping too much water on Texas. Chambers Creek overrunning Interstate 45 between Dallas and Houston. 8 miles of road closed. Traffic backed up for miles and hours. Some drivers trying to navigate the high water, but after a minute, choosing a safer path. Big rigs, though, big enough to wade through the flood. But not so for this Toyota on I-45. Rescuers quickly getting that driver to safety. Floodwaters also badgering several towns in southern Oklahoma this morning. For the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Reynolds Wolf.
Well, thanks, Reynolds, for that. We're taking a live look now at Kansas City, where the temperature is 77 degrees, and we are definitely looking at the threat for severe weather in and around the Kansas City area. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening today. We've got thunderstorms pretty much hour by hour as we go through the Kansas City area. It'll start to subside by around 11 o'clock tonight, but just have an eye to the sky. And if you have outdoor plans for today or tonight, be careful for those storms. You can see lightning working its way across areas north of Omaha, and we're seeing a big line of storms as well heading towards Minneapolis, so frequent lightning with these storms. It's a widespread area of severe weather. I mentioned 8 million people at risk today, and this is some of the area that it's covering into Sioux Falls, Des Moines, Kansas City, and Wichita. These are all places we could see strong thunderstorms, large hail, damaging winds, heavy downpours as well. The TORCON for South Dakota is a 3, but notice it's up to a 4, and this is for southwest Minnesota and a good portion of Iowa, so a 40% chance there of a tornado developing within 50 miles and a 30% chance elsewhere. Another factor we're monitoring is the threat for hail. Now, this could be a pretty large hail, an inch or greater in diameter. We had this threat